Hello everyone, welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. And today's recipe is going to be for crispy Thai garlic and onion potato balls. It's a really delicious hors d'oeuvre that you can make at home. So let's get right to making this. You'll need 3 medium-sized potatoes. You'll need to peel them and wash them and then shred them. And do this just before you're ready to use them so that they don't turn brown on you. You'll pour 2 tablespoons of canola oil into a medium frying pan. Add 1/4 cup of finely chopped onions. And then 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. Turn your heat on high. Stir and saute this for 1 minute. And then we add 1 teaspoon of red chili pepper flakes. And mix that in a little bit. And now add 1 cup of water. Stir that in just to make sure that it's all mixed in really well, and bring the mixture to a boil. Meanwhile, take a separate pot and pour canola oil into it and start heating this up. This will have to heat up to about 350 degrees so that you can cook your potato balls in it. And today I'm using about 1/2 cup of gluten-free flour, and stir that in briskly until it thickens up. And this will take a little bit of time, so you'll need to continue stirring it and heating it. And as you can see here, it's starting to thicken. Continue doing this until it looks a little bit pasty and almost rubbery, and it'll cling together really well. And then set it aside to cool completely. And once it's cooled off, dump it into a mid-sized mixing bowl. This will be the base for our potato balls. So go ahead and add your shredded potatoes now. Season it with a little bit of salt and pepper, and I just do enough to give it a good sprinkle. Then I add 3 more tablespoons of gluten-free flour. And if you don't want it to be gluten-free, just use all-purpose. Using a large spoon, mix this in thoroughly. And it depends on what type of flour you're using, how much flour you might need. But I'm adding 1 more tablespoon here because it seems like it's still a little too tacky. And it depends on the size of the potatoes that you've grated. If you want your potato balls to be smooth and uniform, put them in your hands and roll them around like this and then place them in the hot oil. But you'll need to flour your hands in between making each ball. And you fry them until they're nice and golden. It may take up to 4 or 5 minutes. Drain them on a paper towel. You can just drop them in sporadically, or you can use a fork, and that way you don't get your hands too close to the hot oil. No matter what, don't do too many at a time because they may clump together on you. And I use this screen to kind of shake them up a little bit and turn them over. And be sure to stay right with it. It requires your undivided attention. Cooking with hot oil. It will need to be about 350 degrees for these, but I don't use a thermometer because I'm used to where the temperature should be, and I adjust my heat up and down as I need to. Now, aren't these looking good? You can actually see the red pepper flakes in them, and that adds just a little bit of a bite, which I kind of like. I think it's just the right amount. Now you can serve this with your favorite dip, but just a few ideas for that would be peanut sauce, salsa, sweet Thai chili, or even ranch. Now I'm going with the sweet Thai chili because I like the extra bite it gives, especially when it's an hors d'oeuvre. And I have a recipe for sweet Thai chili sauce on one of my other videos as well. Now what kind of dip would you use with this? And what do you think? This is moist and tasty on the inside and crispy on the outside, and use that with your favorite dip. You just won't want to stop eating them. And you can make it with the regular all-purpose wheat flour, or you can do it gluten-free and without compromising any of the taste. And they're best served while they're fresh and hot. Thanks so much for watching today's episode, and if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I hope you make this and enjoy.